This is a real fun little figure to paint. It's another muscle toy, and he's just supposed to be made out of wood, I suppose. And it was just real fun. I painted this one really fast. I just put I think I put some brown on it, and then I just put black wash, and then I did another wash of brown for the joints, and then I did like 3 layers of dry brushing over it. And that's what I got out of it. I really like the like in person how it looks more like a painted figure, I suppose. Like the blending looks really neat, I think. And the back here as well, I just left the insignias on there. Probably should have taken them off his legs there, but it kind of goes with the wood theme, I suppose. I think the front side's a little better painted, but I like how this one turned out. This one was real fun to do. And it'd be cool to paint, like the ones that are more themed like this, it'd be cool to make a little stand or a diorama for it. So if you guys see any of the figures I've done, I can make a little diorama. I have a bunch of these lids here. And you can see how big they are. These just come from like cheap candles, so I just saved the lids from them. And some are, here's like a chrome one too, and then that one's kind of a matte finish. So I might try to make something on top of that. For the eyes on this one, I was trying to make them white originally, but it didn't work right. And I wanted to look more happy than mean, but I just painted them black because it was like, it looked better. Let's see. I think this is the last one I've finished since my update. This guy here is the line's called SLUG ZOMBIES, and they're pretty much like the muscle figures. I don't think they're made by the same people, but there's the same idea. They had a bunch of different ones. I really like these a little better because they do kind of like more pop culture things, and obviously this is supposed to be Rambo, and they had a few series. I think they got to 4 or 5, and then I guess people stopped buying them or whatever. I heard they had some people were getting mad because they're using their freedom of speech to make stuff, so like the likenesses of people, I guess. But I got all the ones on clearance, so I got a bunch of packs of them on clearance that were like $1 or $2 for 12 of them. So it was a really good time to find them, but I haven't really seen them in the stores since then. I forget what they each have little backstories, and I forget what his name was. I think his name's Captain Payback, I suppose. But it's pretty much just like a Rambo figure, and this one was really fun to do. It was my first time painting camouflage on a figure, and I did it really well. I thought. I wish could blend that good. I did better. You can see on the blending. I wanted him to kind of look like a little dirty, but I wanted it to be kind of clean as well. I originally had painted the rocket like real weathered, and like it didn't, I don't know, it looked too shiny, I suppose, so I just kind of painted it mostly all black there. And he has a eye patch there, so I thought that was kind of neat. Kind of reminds me of Escape from New York, the Snake Plissken guy instead. I didn't blend the headband down there. I probably should have done something with that. In the back of the figure, I started doing this thing where some of the figures I want to have some black on them, and like especially for the hair, I kind of just dry brush this like lighter gray on there. I did it in 2 different coats there, and I don't know. I think it looks pretty good because makes you see the detail. Otherwise, you don't really see any detail on the hair. But it's tricky because there's like, you don't want it too bright so it looks like he has white hair, I suppose. But I think it works pretty well. I like the gun belt on there too. I just painted some like bronze on where the bullets would go. He has a knife there. I just kind of dry brushed it, like a little weathered on there. This one's pretty clean. I wish it was a little more, like, there were more sharper lines, I suppose. Like, the bottom half's good, but some of the skin where it matches up with the hair and stuff's a little off. But from like, if you're sitting in a normal space looking at it, they look pretty cool. But if you get up real close, then they're like, oh, I don't know. But and this one for the eyes are a little bigger on these ones, and they're pronounced. So I just kind of painted a little black on there and a little shade under it, and it works nice. It looks better than the little muscle figures. So that's the best one I've done so far. Some other ones I've been working on here. This one's Anakin Skywalker from the Star Wars command line. I just painted the shading on his overcoat again. I had used like a dark brown, or a dark reddish brown, but it wasn't sticking out enough against the black. So I just decided to change a little bit. I made his boots black there, and then I kind of did like a German gray for his regular coat. So I think that was a good choice. I'm still working on the face and yeah, I can't zoom in anymore into that, but I painted him kind of more blonde because the brown was just blended in too much with his suit there. And then when I did it, I was thinking like that's what it should have been in the movie, because Luke's more blonde than brown, and then Anakin doesn't really have that much lightness to him. It might give a little bit of like make it more impactful that he turns bad because his hair, like, it kind of makes him look more like a hero, I suppose. And this one's, I guess this is supposed to be in the third movie, so I was contemplating if I should make the lightsaber blue, or I was thinking that he would change it to red. I kind of wish that was happened in the movie where he doesn't fight with a red lightsaber. And there's just something cool about seeing somebody fight with a red lightsaber. I think it would be neat if maybe like he had the Emperor had given him like Count Dooku's lightsaber or something like that. But the same thing with the toothpick on this one here. I used the full length of the toothpick to make him look. I wanted the swords to look really big, and I like the idea that, like, George Lucas's original idea was that these things are really heavy and hard to wield, and they're kind of like broadswords. And so I kind of went with that, because I didn't really like it in the prequels how, like when the big Geonosis battle, they're just like jumping around everywhere, and they're just flinging this lightsaber around like it's a cardboard tube or something.